to walk a few inches. and now that you've rehearsed all those same questions, we're gonna Actually, I'd like to start off with. Oh, I'm sorry. I'd like to start off with this. We're gonna kind of educate our young Padawan. I had to explain who the police were to him, and we're making Star Wars references today. So yeah. How did Dare to Drum come about for you? You said it started kind of in the 90s?
Well, the drum started in the early 90s, and we just naturally would go exploring for instruments and sounds and meet other drummers and bring it back and show each other, hey, look what I found, look what I got. And we start to play and put our music and our sound together. And then the Dallas Symphony heard about it, and they asked us to take part in a commission to perform with the orchestra. We had to find a composer at that point, and we found Stewart.
What was it like getting that call? I mean, you're associated with the police and always will be, but...
Well, I had spent 20 years writing orchestral music for films.
Right.
And I've written a few operas and concert music as well. And so it actually was more familiar to me than you might think from my past as a member of the police.
Okay.
Banging on drums and that thing. But what was really interesting about it was that the main thing that I was writing for was not violins, flutes, and oboes. It was these 5 insane cats out of Texas, these 5 insane drummers who form this band and travel the world and pick up all this exotic stuff. This was the find. And fitting that inside the classical orchestra, which is a big, powerful thing.
Oh, yeah.
You know, rock band's pretty loud where they got the big amps, but you get 60 guys on stage, and then these 5 madmen. It's actually really powerful.
Now, I like how you're kind of referring to drummers being madmen. And it seems like, a lot the great, rock drummers are a little...
Actually, no, we're the sane ones.
Yeah. Oh, really?
We're crazy like a fox.
Yeah.
And, the other members of the band don't mess with us because they think we're crazier than, but in fact, the real truth, this is for viewers, we're just smarter than them.
I'm telling you. See, for all the drummers out there that you are their hero, now they're finding out a little truth here.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, see, we're behind them. We got an eye on them all the time.
That's right.
They don't know what we're up to.
Yeah.
So, it's always fun.
More assholes.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's on camera now.
We're fine.
It's always fun to talk to younger drummers as you're their hero. You come from the... But who influences you as a drummer? I mean...
Well, there's one young drummer who kicks ass, and that'd be that Joey in Slipknot. He's all the heavy metal bands, they have the most chops of all the types of music. Other musicians, they sneer at thrash metal, and they even question whether it even is music. But those guys in the thrash metal bands, those are the guys with the chops these days.
That's true.
Those are the guys who spend more hours learning that stuff. Those guys can play the Eagles. Eagles can't play that stuff.
That's right. They got the double bass drum thing down. They've turned that into another arm. So.
But going back, the people when I was a kid would be Buddy Rich, Mitch Mitchell. The other day on the plane, I watched Jimi Hendrix at the Isle of Wight.
Yeah.
The show was out of tune, stagecraft, crimes against stagecraft. It was a disaster. I sobbed all the way through it. But the cool thing about it is that unlike all the live Hendrix recordings, you can hear the drums. The drums are the loudest of any live recording. And I realized all the stuff that I thought I made up, I got it from Mitch.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Nice.
He's great. He's my hero, too. He's really wonderful.
Great influence. So now that you've done this film and you're, kind of doing the film circuit, what's next for playing together?
Well, that's a good question.
Him and I don't actually play together.
Yeah.
He plays with his 5 guys in his band.
Yeah.
I'm the composer.
Yeah, it's funny because when we first met and he came to Dallas and to talk about this project, what are we going to do? We talked a few minutes, but then pretty soon, we all grabbed drums and just started playing.
Talking drummer talk.
Yeah, talking drummer talk, and it's kind of like that. But Stewart and I have been spending many, many, many hours, days, months, years, talking about music, talking about this project we've been working on. And we talk about drummers along the way. We talk about what you asked about influences along the way.
Right.
you know, and of course I'm going to ask him a police question every now and then. But for the most part, we're talking about other stuff.
Right.
Yes, there was the time we played Shea Stadium.
Well, see,
Reminds me of that.
actually leads me to my final question. I think every musician has that one special place they always love playing, you know, or being a
Well,
composer.
Shea Stadium was kind of
Yeah.
I'll go back and play that again one time, you know.
What about for you?
Well, there's been a few places that were pretty special. I used to tour with Ray Charles, and we played a place in Paris called the Salé Pleyel. I don't know if you remember that. A beautiful, beautiful auditorium there. And you know, but there's just it kind of, when you're on the road, you get this flash of, wow, where am I? This is great. This is beautiful. But it kind of leaves your brain pretty quick too.
Right.
You know. So the best gigs are the ones where you feel comfortable, and it's people, you know, are there to see you and they want to hear what you've got to do. And for me, that's it. Stewart's in a different situation where there's just crazy screaming people at every stop, you know, for the police. But and for him, when he's playing with different groups, it's sort of a built-in thing. And when I'm out on the road, I'm a sideman. I'm behind something.
Right.
You know, so but you know, I played at the Troubadour in L.A., which is a small famous club.
Right.
And it was great because you know who's played on that stage before.
Right.
And that was really exciting.
Well, all right. So, well, thank you very much. It's a pleasure to meet you, and good luck with the film and everything else.